Hello and welcome. I want to discuss everything that I've learned this semester in our READ 6252 Writing Development and Instruction course. First and foremost, I really learned about giving students a choice while writing. That's probably one thing that really impacted my teaching this year. There's an image below of my day book. I was in a PLC meeting with my grade level, and one of my teammates mentioned that she lets her students choose what to write about. And the way that she assesses her, let's say assesses her students, if we're working on proper nouns and common nouns, the students choose whatever topic they would like to write about, but it must include proper nouns and common nouns. And with that, the students are given a choice, and we're able to assess them based off of what we're looking for, but they're also given a choice. And I found that the students really like that. And I really found it interesting because she talked about this in our meeting, and then afterwards we had a class on this, on giving students a choice. And I started doing that in my classroom, and it had a positive impact. As a matter of fact, I had a parent conference earlier this year, and one of the parents told me that her child enjoys writing. That's what he comes to school and he loves to do. She said that he enjoys it so much. And I thought, oh my goodness, I don't hear this often. And so I knew at that point that giving students a choice was very important. And with that being said, my best writing memory with forum number 2 that I made on September the 5th stated that my best writing memory came from when I was in 8th grade, and I was given a poetry project in which I got to choose what poems to write about and what poems to write, and I got to choose a lot of things throughout that book. And as a matter of fact, I still have that book. And I find it very interesting that my favorite writing memory came from when I was in school and when I was given a choice. And I never really thought about that until this class. I never thought about what I like to write about. So I really find that that's interesting, and it's really helped me rethink the way that I structure my writing instruction. The lesson on revision was also of importance to me. I love the fact that we're adding sensory images. I find myself personally talking more about it than describing it, and I find that being very descriptive can really help your writing. And I'm teaching my students all the time, use adjectives, use adjectives. However, I don't see myself doing that in my writing. So on the right-hand side is a snippet from one of my earlier multi-genre project drafts, and I ended up changing my topic, but I wanted to talk about a loved one, and this was a memory outside of my bike with this person, and I was describing the bike. Oh, I'm going on the gravel with the bike, and after this lesson I went back and I changed it to saying bump, 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 went my bike on the gravel, and I really liked that. That really opened my eyes to a lot of things. Next, the author's chair. I love this idea of the author's chair. I thought I was doing that in my classroom until I actually looked at this presentation. I love the idea of using compliments, questions, connections, suggestions, memorable lines, and ideas. And as a matter of fact, with my first graders, I went ahead and implemented earlier this year using compliments, questions, connections, and suggestions. And I actually had an adult walk through my room one day while my students were engaging in the author's chair, and I had a student stop the author and ask, I have a suggestion for this, or, what, I would like to compliment you. And the look on the adult's face was priceless, and I really love it because my students were engaged, and it really helped engage them, and it helped engage the writer, it gave the writer suggestions. Everyone was involved in the process. It was amazing. Lastly, I really love the fact that there was a rubric created. I like Dr. Kissel's rubric that he used for the genre unit. I find that I do use rubrics, but most of the time I'm the one using the rubrics and not the students. And I like in this kid-friendly version, the students are able to use the rubrics themselves. So this is something that I will take away. And I also like the Lucy Calkins rubrics that she used for narratives, informational text, and opinion writing. Overall, I've learned so much this semester, and I've implemented a lot of what I've learned into my first grade classroom, and I've had such positive results. I loved it. So this was a wonderful course, and I am very pleased with what I've learned, and my students are enjoying writing as well. Thank you.